Welcome to another exciting episode of Howard's Opinion. I'm your host, Howard, and I'm thrilled to have you all tuning in today. We've got a jam-packed show for you, filled with the latest updates from the world of sports. Let's dive right into our first segment, shall we? The NFL has been making headlines lately, and one story that caught my attention is the trade between the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts. The Vikings have traded cornerback Mackie Blackman to the Colts in exchange for a sixth-round draft pick. This move comes as a bit of a surprise, but it's clear that the Colts are looking to bolster their secondary after suffering a string of injuries at the position. Blackman, a third-round draft pick by the Vikings in 2023, had a promising rookie season with 3 starts, 7 pass breakups, and 1 interception. However, he tore his ACL on the first day of training camp last year and has been working his way back to full strength. The Colts are hoping that Blackman can bring some much-needed depth to their cornerback core, which has been depleted by injuries to key players like Kenny Moore II, Jalen Jones, and Juju Brents. The Vikings, on the other hand, seem to be stockpiling draft picks, having acquired a 2026 fifth-round pick, 2 2026 sixth-round picks, and a 2027 seventh-round pick in recent trades. It's clear that they're looking to rebuild and reload for the future. This trade has sparked some interesting discussions about the Colts' strategy and the Vikings' plans for the upcoming season. We'll be exploring this story further and analyzing what it means for both teams. But that's not all, folks. We've also got our eyes on another developing story involving the Vikings, as they're reportedly in talks to trade wide receiver Adam Thielen. And let's not forget about the Colts' recent signing of veteran cornerback Xavier Howard, which has raised some eyebrows around the league. We'll be right back with more fascinating sports news on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. We're diving into the world of college football, and I've got a fascinating story to share with you all. Today, we're talking about the Nebraska Cornhuskers, a team that's been generating quite a bit of buzz lately. As they gear up for their season opener, there's a sense of optimism in the air, with many fans and pundits predicting a strong performance from this talented squad. Now I know what you're thinking. We've heard it all before, right? The promises of a turnaround, the boasts about a revamped culture and brotherhood. But hear me out, folks. This time, it seems like there might be some real substance behind the hype. Coach Matt Rhule has been working tirelessly to build a cohesive unit, bringing in former players from national title teams to speak to the squad and instill a sense of unity and purpose. And it's not just the coaching staff that's buying in. The players themselves seem to be fully invested in this new culture. They've even taken an oath, committing themselves to protecting the process and the brotherhood. That's right, folks, an actual oath. It's a level of dedication and camaraderie that's rare in college sports, and it's got me intrigued. Of course, as with any team, there are still plenty of challenges ahead. The Cornhuskers will face stiff competition in their conference, and they'll need to prove themselves against some tough opponents. But for now, at least, the vibe is positive, and fans are daring to dream big. As one commenter aptly put it, it's not the hope that kills you, it's the lack of hope that comes and gets you. Well, I'm hoping, along with thousands of other Huskers fans, that this team can finally turn the corner and make some noise in the college football world. Will they be able to overcome their past struggles and achieve greatness? Only time will tell. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. We're closing out today's show with a story that's got everyone in the soccer world talking. You know who Neymar is, the Brazilian superstar who's been dazzling fans with his skills on the pitch for years. But it looks like his chances of playing in the 2026 FIFA World Cup are slimming down by the minute. According to reports, Neymar has been left off Brazil's squad for their final 2 World Cup qualifiers against Chile and Bolivia. And let me tell you, this isn't just a minor setback. It's now been nearly 2 years since he last played for his country. The reason? A leg muscle injury that he sustained last week. Now, I know what you're thinking. Neymar's had his fair share of injuries over the years, and maybe this is just another bump in the road. But at 33 years old, you have to wonder if he still got it. Can he come back from this and lead Brazil to victory like he has so many times before? Brazil's coach, Carlo Ancelotti, seems to think that Neymar needs to be in top condition to play for the national team. And I get that. You want your best players on the pitch when it counts. But at the same time, you have to feel for Neymar. This guy's given his heart and soul to the sport, and now it seems like his body is just not cooperating. So what does this mean for Brazil's chances in the World Cup? Well, they've already secured their spot, so I guess that's a good thing. But without Neymar, you have to wonder if they've got the firepower to take on the best teams in the world. And that's the thing. Soccer is a team sport, but sometimes it feels like one player can make all the difference. Think about it. When Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi are on the pitch, their teams seem almost unbeatable. And Neymar's been that guy for Brazil for so long, the one who can turn a game around with a single moment of brilliance. So as we close out today's show, I want to leave you with this question. What's next for Neymar? Will he be able to come back from this injury and lead Brazil to glory? Or is his time on the international stage coming to an end? That's all for today's Howard's Opinion. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, these are some of my humble thoughts.